Hello everyone, good to see you again. I know it's been a while since I made a video, so I'm kind of low on ingredients right now for a brand new recipe, but I thought I'd share what I'm making tonight is Cajun rice, or sometimes called dirty rice. This is the way I'm making it anyway tonight because I'm using what I have, and there's more ingredients than this. To start off, I'm using gizzards and hearts, okay? I like to use these. You can use chicken livers for the money. I figured there was more meat for the gizzards and the hearts, and I like the flavor better. In my crock pot, I put 2 cups of water, okay? And I'm just going to add the gizzards and hearts whole, just like this. We're going to cook this on low overnight, and then I'll finish the video tomorrow once these have gotten nice and tender. Now, just get those mixed around in the water like this. We'll get rid of this part here. What I've done is I've taken one tablespoon of paprika, 1 tablespoon of hot Mexican chili powder, and just maybe a ½ tablespoon of Mrs. Dash extra spicy mix. It has some of this in it, but I like to add more. I only used a ½ of a teaspoon of celery salt because I don't want to make this too salty. And then you have to have this when making Cajun food, is the fresh cracked black pepper, cayenne red pepper, and ground white pepper. And I put a tablespoon of each into this bowl. So remember, it's about a tablespoon of everything except the celery salt is a ½ teaspoon. And that's the mix. I'm not going to use all of this. You can if you want real spicy. But that's just the mix ratio, and I'm going to sprinkle that in, and you can put however much you want. Of course, you know I like everything spicy. I'm going to use quite a bit of this. I might save some to season the rice when I do that part tomorrow. I've got a little bit of Merlot left over from when I was soaking black cherries, and I'd say it's about 2 tablespoons of that. I'm going to go ahead and put that in. I'm using stuff up. Okay, I have green onions also that they weren't looking so good. I trimmed them up. This is all I have left. I'm just going to roughly chop them. They don't have to be pretty. We're going to go ahead and cook them in the crock pot. That will be our onion seasoning. Okay, I don't have a white onion. I'm going to use what we've got. I'm going to take a couple cloves of fresh garlic and just roughly chop them. Again, we're not looking for anything pretty here. Put those garlics in like that, and some liquid smoke to give this a smoky flavor. God, if I'd have poured that in, we'd have been in trouble. You leave the cover on and take a little bit in. Okay, if it's not smoky enough, I can add more. Don't want to make it too smoky. Put that on, put it on low, and let it go all night long. And I'll see you guys tomorrow when I cook up the rest and put this together. Good to see you. While the rice is cooking, I'm going to cut up the gizzards and hearts into very small pieces like this. As you can see, they're very tender now. I don't even need a very sharp knife to cut these. But you don't have to cut them too tiny. I wouldn't put them through a food processor. But I like them about this size right here. And then you go ahead and cut up the rest. I'm going to pour them all on here and just chop them up. Next I want to take some hot pork sausage, and it comes in a tube like this, 1 pound, and add this to a hot pan with 1 cup of water and chop it up as you're cooking so it comes out looking like this. Just as it cooks, keep chopping at it just like this, and the water will help the pieces to break smaller and smaller so you don't have any large pieces of sausage when you're done. Right about now I'm going to go ahead and add in my chopped gizzards and hearts, and these things are delicious, perfectly tender. They cooked all night long. They melt in your mouth. Now normally I would put in some chopped green pepper, onions, and celery. I don't have those today, but that's alright. I do have some black-eyed peas that are well seasoned with those ingredients and more. So I'm going to add the black-eyed peas from a can this time with their juice. And I don't usually use canned stuff, but we're going to use it today. And mix that right in with the meat. And heat this through. I'm going to add some dried parsley because I don't have fresh parsley. And I'd say about maybe a tablespoon. Add that in. Mix it up. And we're going to get ready to add the rice next. I left the rice just a little bit undercooked on purpose, so it'll soak up the liquid from here and get the flavor from the rest of this. So now I'm going to add the rice. Okay, and this is barley rice, my favorite, that I chose to use for this Cajun rice recipe. We call it dirty rice down here in the South. And you can also put ground beef in here, which I don't have any, so I can't really do that, but we're still going to have a good plate of dirty rice. That's looking really good. I've got that seasoning left over here, you remember? Got this same mix from yesterday. I can go ahead and add some in at the end like this. However much you want to put. I kept that fresh in a Ziploc bag in the refrigerator. But you're going to let this, you know, everything's cooked, so you're just going to let this heat up, mix together, let the flavors get together, maybe 15-20 minutes, and to let that rice finish cooking and absorb all that juice. And then you have my version of dirty rice, and I'll bring it over to the table. Well, this is my version of dirty rice or Cajun rice, and I like to put a little bit of habanero pepper sauce on the top at the end, and this sure is good. I'm short on time. I got to get this under 10 minutes, so I got to go. I love y'all, and I'm glad I got to make a video before September. Take care.